It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cardinals and the Bills, and it's coming up next.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Bills Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Taken from about the 12, and able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Flush to his right. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On play action, it's Murray. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. On play action, Allen out to his left. Got some room at the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. The numbers for him from a week ago: 25 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Throwing is Allen on third. Rolling to his left. Oh, into a sea of defenders, and intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Cardinals. Take over possession here up at the 44. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Murray. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And now hang tight here. Following the play, still down on the ground, is A.J. Brown. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This one from 48 yards away. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So not the strongest of kicks we've seen him make, but he gets a favorable bounce, and it's 3 points all the same.
Yeah, that was one of those where he needed the 6-iron, but he pulled out the 9-iron. That one was run out of gas quickly, but he does manage to pop it over the bar.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Here's Murray. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bills to take over. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Singletary to get the drive started, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To the air, Allen steps away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow, he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On the give, this is Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
so far this season. This is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Shoves him aside. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray caught left side, Hopkins. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Connor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now Murray off play action. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Dalton Keene, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport, they say the great athletes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play action. Now it's Murray. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. For the Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so because...
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 48, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the turnover, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Murray has the first down and more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
I'll tell you, if you lined up Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson for a foot race, I think Kyler Murray might just be a bit faster. And, boy, was he moving there. Incredible.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen on the move to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Let's go, let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Murray going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Murray's throw complete there to Moore. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Murray again. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, the hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need... Yeah, baby!
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Murray now. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. To throw is Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Out to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time,
breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To the right side, and he's got more complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Murray now on first down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
We got this.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 16.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2nd and 2. Singletary again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Buying time to his left. It's complete to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
This a quick pass to Davis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this from both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Singletary again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we see.
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On first down, Singletary. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Rolling to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bills have recovered. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
To the air, Allen forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. 2nd and 6. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One final try here for Allen. Dancing to his left, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
There's that 4 that signifies the 4th quarter here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
A second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they have the opportunity to respond. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Rondale Moore, the intended target.
And now it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Murray now to throw.
A throw right side caught by Keene.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Murray now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Murray to air it out again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
K.J. Hamler.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back on. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Allen off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Allen hit. He lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Allen now looks to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Being chased out left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Allen steps away. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Allen, rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's got Connor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get him with 26 seconds to go in the football game. To throw is Murray. Finds a seam inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 1st and 10 is Counter. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right.